Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over Queen's Devil Fruit of the Ryu no Mi model Brachiosaurus. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay guys, so today we're going to be talking about Queen's now unveiled Devil Fruit Ancient Zoan the Ryu no Mi model Brachiosaurus, or otherwise known as the Dragon Fruit model Brachiosaurus if you want to put it in English. Because Ryu is basically dragon, even though that it's a dinosaur. But just forget that if you want to know. But the Japanese word Ryu is actually another word for dragon. So there you go. Along with that, Queen is one of the calamities of Kaido's crew. And oh my days, it has been revealed he is a Brachiosaurus, and to be honest, I couldn't think of anything more fitting for this character. Like, think about it like this. He is like this big ass, massive man, and yes, he looks more like an Okama, to be honest, but at the end of the day, this really fits him rather well because a Brachiosaurus is absolutely enormous, and he's an enormous dude. So it kind of goes really well. Now, that being the case, what type of things can a Brachiosaurus do? Well, a Brachiosaurus is quite huge to start off with, but at the end of the day, that won't do an awful lot. It will just make you kind of the size of, like, bigger than, like, Big Mum or someone like that. So the size aspect to that would be able to do quite a great deal of damage, as most of the calamities are known to have the different types of haki. So going along with that, he could also hit you with his tail. He can use his strong neck to beat you the crap up. I think the best callback to this would be along the lines of the Ox Fruit model giraffe, which Kaku has in the NS Lobby arc. Now, the different types of attacks that Kaku had, as the Brachiosaurus and the giraffe, are kind of similar in the type of model design of how they would be. This would give rise to the belief that he would be able to do a lot of slicing techniques, and we could probably speculate quite heavily on this because we've actually seen something along the lines of the same body type. Now, going along with this, the Brachiosaurus is obviously bigger, so if he was able to put more and more force behind it, his slashes could be absolutely deadly. Moving along with this, that means that he is prized to go against Sanji, if you think about it. Now, that being the case, his appendages would be absolutely quite huge, so his slashing abilities could be able to do some mega damage whenever going around, and this goes quite fittingly when it comes to being called a calamity or a cataclysm, so to speak. He would be able to actually be, if he did any of the techniques that Kaku was able to do, such as like a tempest kick but with his neck or any other part of his appendages that he actually has, as well as his tail, which is also another appendage, but you get the idea, he'd be able to do some mega damage against pretty much anyone, and I can definitely see a fight between him and Sanji coming along. Now, most of the zone users know armament haki, so I'm pretty damn certain that a calamity of Kaido's crew, which is mainly physically based, knows armament haki. So that being the case, would he have observation? I would say most definitely yes. I would say his armament haki would probably be better than his observation. I would say more along the lines of King would have the better observation and Queen would have the better armament haki. Now, this is based upon how King's Devil Fruit is more of a pterosaur, so at the end of the day, he can then be able to scout out and see, and it just goes well with the observation. And with Queen's Devil Fruit of being a Brachiosaurus, him having armor haki would go rather fittingly with the type of fighting style that we are speculating upon, as at this moment in time, we could probably most definitely see some form of physical attack ability that would be able to just completely demolish anyone that comes along. That being the case, I do feel that Sanji would be best suited for a fight against him, as he would be more physically based using his different types of appendages, and Sanji is more kicking based. I would say King would most likely go against Zoro, as he has a sword, and with and with a speculated high observation haki, it would be a very good fight between the two. But to be honest, I would probably be more inclined to actually go along the lines of Zoro fighting Kiroshiro than opposed to King, but it would just go nicely in my point of view. I do feel that Sanji would be a best suit to go against the Brachiosaurus, or Queen's Devil Fruit, Queen the Plague. I don't understand how they would get the plague from this, because I don't see how that would work, but I'm sure we'll find out somewhere in the future. As I stated before, this is an ancient Zoan type, so it's a really rare type of devil fruit. This goes very fittingly when it comes towards the Beast Pirates, as most of the high-ranking members have ancient Zoan devil fruit, whereas the lower tier members have either a regular type of devil fruit or a smile devil fruit, so to speak, based upon a Zoan type fruit. We haven't really seen anyone with a regular type of devil fruit, such as Paramecia or a Logia type, but I wouldn't mind seeing a couple of those. But because they're the Beast Pirates, it would most doubtably be just Zoan type devil fruits that we'll see going forward throughout the Wano arc. But that being the case, I would love to see Queen using some of the abilities that Kaku was using with his giraffe fruit. And remember, Kaku only had that giraffe fruit for a little while. Imagine someone who has the same body devil fruit, so to speak, in the same body shape, and this guy has had and Queen has had this devil fruit for a lot longer than Kaku had it, so he could be well more adept with his devil fruit and be able to take on multiple opponents, so to speak. Not only that, him being a Brachiosaurus, their hides would have been a lot more tougher. I don't know if this will be implemented in the storylines, but him having a harder hide would be harder for anyone to be able to pierce him, so therefore he would be able to take some more slashing abilities against him, as well as using his armor haki, making also his counterattacks much more painful to anyone who actually gets hit by him. But other than that, guys, what do you think on the Ryu no Mi model Brachiosaurus? I feel this is going to be an overpowered devil fruit, and I'm going to love it to pieces. Other than that, guys, have a lovely rest of the day, and I'm going to keep reading the manga. Take it easy, guys, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be on Saturday.